Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Om. Salutations to Bhagavan Ramakrishna. Mantra Yoga, class 12th in the series, the great mantra. There are some mantras that are called great mantras, Maha Mantra. And depending on the tradition, each tradition will vote for their mantra as the great. But it simply means there are many people using that mantra. There are many people who have attained to spirituality through that mantra. There are many people who have been repeating this for ages. And so the collective power of those repetitions are along with that mantra. So you are not alone. The power of all these repetitions, they are with you. They don't die off. The vibrations do not die off. They are there. And so you are impelled. So it also means that this mantra has helped many people get liberated. It's like a great vehicle pushing. Some of the Maha Mantras can, as they say, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, all that. Om Namah Shivaya, etc. So, just to give us the idea. So, some of these mantras have become universal. It's not confined to a set of people or a country or anything, they become universal. So that is also another, you can say, attribute of a great mantra. But in the case of people who have had initiation into particular, you can say, tradition, they have individual mantras. Maybe a group of people have the same mantras. But when each one repeats that common mantra, each one assimilates it and manifests it in a unique way. It may be one, but it has many aspects to it. The more the aspects are there, the more universal it is. It may be one, but we are all either assimilating it, repeating it, and even getting realizations in our own particular way. That is what is called the great mantra. It is one, and yet it is many. In reality, there are no simple mantras. The idea being that these mantras were intuited, they are supersensory, and they were intuited by certain individuals who we have, you can say, cannot have doubted their veracity and their realization. They were beyond reproach. These were the rishis, or called the Vedic sages. So they intuited something which is supersensory. They brought it down in symbolic form to give it to us, so that we can access those supersensory realms. Spiritual life, otherwise it becomes extremely difficult. The senses are tremendously strong, And not only strong, they delude. The mind is tremendously strong, and the mind also deludes. And the intellect, oh my God, the intellect thinks there's no one like me. It takes you. So to use these instruments to purify them, to cut through, to reach these supersensual realms, you need a mantra. And all the religions have seen its efficacy. It awakens first your personality in its different dimensions. See, our personality has got many dimensions. It's not just one, many dimensions. And that as it's awakened, this individual consciousness then reaches out to its various other higher dimensions in the cosmos. So simply put, individual consciousness seeks universal consciousness. And that is the trend of actually our life. Everything that's broad, everything that's open, everything is transparent, everything that is infinite and loving and compassion kind, we are attracted towards it. In fact, life flows towards these things. Everything that makes it narrow and small and, as you say, distorted, that's not kind of happy life. So the mantra also will seek its universality, because its source has been from there. It has come. It's like a drop of water that will inevitably one fine day enter into the ocean from where it came in. The mantra also goes. In the interim period, we are so busy with hundreds of things. So when your personality is being opened up, it becomes untrammeled. That's a time when you start understanding very subtle truths through the mantra itself. So this is a kind of a key. You take it, open it, and the key, it's a mantra, it's a sound code, it's a pattern, it's a vibratory pattern. Now, in many scriptures, especially in the tantric scriptures, and especially when you're doing a ritualistic worship, puja, you have to awaken every part of your body with a particular mantra. It's not awakening that part of the body. You have to awaken that mantra that is the location or the presiding deity of the every part, your toes, your fingers, everything, your hair, nails, everything have mantras. And so we have a body, and physical body and a mental body, etc. But the scriptures say we have a body made of mantras. It is at a much deeper layer than in the subtle body. So depending on the activity of these sense organs or the functions of the mind, there are these mantras. So the eyes and nose and ears and teeth and everything through. The body is full of mantras. It's called the mantra purusha. That is the form of mantras. You're not aware of it. Of course. So especially during pujas, you have to awaken those dormant mantras by using this key, this sound. I won't burden you with those clicks and sounds. Aing, ring, ring, hung, hung, ring, om, vam, sham, etc. You get this idea. So this is, we have a body which is made of mantras. But it's so confusing. Yeah. All these sounds merge into something called a primal sound, which is called Om. When a person is repeating a mantra, what happens is, this particular mantra that has been given to him, it's not just given. The person's inner spiritual nature is seen, and that particular mantra is given according to that person's spiritual personality. Yes, that is also part of the, you can say, initiation process. Now, as you keep on repeating that specific mantra that you have been given, what happens is, all the other mantra sounds in every part of the body keeps on merging into that one mantra. That's why people say, how long do you have to keep on? Yeah, you keep on. So it's a process of absorption. This one mantra is absorbing everyone. And all the different sounds, they have their place. And yet, the main mantra becomes, as it were, its soul. So all these mantras, so what happens is, as we keep on repeating it and then we are absorbing it, ordinarily we are not aware of it. We are such on a level where we don't realize, oh, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm speaking. But you don't realize it is the power of the mantras that is walking and talking and speaking and this and that. Yeah. And as you keep on repeating and meditating on it, all these different sounds merge into this one sound. Then you walk and talk and eat and sleep and do everything through that mantra. Yes, that is a transformation that takes place. It's not only you can hear your own mantra, you are doing everything through that mantra. This is called a mantra purusha. Okay. And do you need some esoteric rites and all? Oh, nothing. The only thing you need is hard work. You need to practice and practice and practice. So you become a living mantra. And only such people can then give initiation, etc. Otherwise it becomes meaningless. That mantra will seek to reach out to others. Why? Because like we have individual forms of mantra, it's part of the universal form of the mantra. So there is a illustration which is given in the Upanishads. So what's the essence of living beings? It's the element earth, because the body is felt. But the essence of the element earth also is water. And the essence of both earth and water is plants. And the essence of all plants and all is a human being, all life. And the essence of the human being is, it's a prana. And the essence of prana is the mind. The very essence of the mind is the intellect. And what is the essence of the intellect? It is consciousness that's manifested through speech, through actions. Because your consciousness, it's a dynamic form. We think consciousness is something like a sleepy ocean. No, nothing. Also boring there. No, the mantra consciousness is extremely dynamic. It has created all these. Creation has come from such things, from the mantra. And what's the essence of the speech and actions? It's a Rig Veda. What's the essence of the Rig Veda? It's called a Sama. These are the Sama Veda. And what's the essence of the Sama Veda? Oh, it is the Om. And what's the essence of Om? Om. It's a divine. This is a divine. So it is a divine that has percolated down, and we kind of go extract ourselves like telescope, going deeper and deeper and deeper, and you'll find that the mantra is a divine. It is divine. It's not anymore a symbol or a kind of a written kind of word or something like that. It is divine. So the key is, now we found it's a mantra. It's a key to unlock your individual consciousness at different layers, and which leads you to the universal consciousness. What is the key to practice then? The people are saying we've been doing japa, repeating the mantra for many months and many years, some say many decades. The idea is one has to become identified with it. Otherwise, you're going to have trouble. Not trouble in the sense, not ordinarily, not that way. But as you get more and more identified with it, then you progress quickly. The mantra manifests itself. You know, in the scriptures, there are so many ways of attenuating your ego, kill the ego. There should be an ego death and this and that, and the ego is a bar to realization, etc. And there are these bhakti yoga and this raja yoga and jnana yoga and karma yoga. All these things are there. So many. There's a plethora of means. The best means is a mantra. The very best. So that's the reason why we asked to identify ourselves not with what we have said or done, or what our achievements with our body, this, that, with our race, with our culture. No. You identify yourself with that mantra. Become one with that. As you keep on repeating, you become one with that mantra. And as you keep on becoming one with that mantra, you become one with the universe. As we have seen, the individual is nothing but a microcosm of the universal. So this happens. So generally the mantras are divided into 3 parts, sometimes 4. So one is its universal aspect. The next aspect is that universal aspect is getting into a kind of a mode of individualization. Or that's a secret word, a secret name, or called the seed word, bija mantra. And then comes the aspect of the deity itself. So it's like those 3 levels: the physical body, the subtle body, and the causal body, and behind it is the great cause, consciousness. So every mantra has a body, has 3 levels, and as you keep on repeating it, it starts revealing itself. Like you're traveling from the physical or symbolic or the name and form of the deity to its mystical or secret name called the Bija mantra, and that leads you to the higher, the universal. So it's, and as you keep on doing that, you are also entering into the subtle realm, the mystical realms, and then the universal realms. So becoming identified with it, you start growing. That's the whole idea of the mantra. It's taking you out from your small rat hole. And showing you the possibilities. What are you doing here? Of course, there are always some people who like to. Swami Vivekananda says, when a new emperor was crowned in China, he decreed that all prisoners, political prisoners, be released. So the guards come and there are people emerging out. One old prisoner, he had been there 50 years in that dungeon. He was taken out, guards pulled him out, and the sunlight itself was so intense, kind of blinding, saying, "No, please take me back. Put me back there. I want to live with the lice and the darkness and the stench. I want to live there. If I stay out, I'll die." Say, "No, you're free. You go out." "No, I'll die out here. Let me go back there." So they put him back inside. Then we know what happened. So there comes a time the soul awakens, and as it is awakening, how do you know it's awakening? You want to come out in the light? The mantra comes to you. In whichever form, wherever. It might come through an authentic source, or not even a kind of general source. You might have read it, you must have heard it, whatever. It comes to you. It comes, and this begins your journey in the world of spirit. Because like words like, okay, there's a table and a chair, they have a limited utility and limited meaning, and it's limited in time and space. Words like compassion, love, they are more subtle. They are not tangible things, but you know them, you can feel them. Then there are the other names of all the, say, gods or goddesses and all that. Even those are not tangible. And yet we have meaning. Every one of them have served their purpose, but in a limited way. So the mantra also, as we keep on repeating it, it goes from one level to the next and to the next. You're getting into the unlimited. And as it gets into this unlimited, what you find is the symbol, the sound, whether you call it Om or whatever, the idea is that unlimitedness comes into you. Somewhere deep down, when you're identified with that mantra, you're repeating it, the touch of infinity comes and touches your soul. That is a real baptism of, yeah. Otherwise you put your water, you dunk them in water, put water. This is baptism. So when the soul is feeling the warmth of the infinite, as it were, and as it approaches the infinite, poetically speaking, pulls and embraces it. This is the culmination of the mantra. Your body itself, which was a mantra body, has now become one with the universal mantra body. Whose? Of reality. Is that enough? For many people it's enough. Yeah, because you're not going to come back anymore. Yeah. People are worried, I don't care for realization. I hope I'm not returning back to this world of samsara. Enough. It's a terrible place. Everybody knows it. It looks nice. So, this not only it takes care of that rebirth, etc., but it makes you also, technically, there is a stage even beyond this. And that is the silence, the great silence. The entire dynamism of the consciousness in the mantra form ceases. And that is a silent aspect. That's why when we repeat a mantra, don't be in such a tearing hurry. Like after one mantra, repeat the second one and third one quickly. As if God is pleased with if you repeat it quickly. Fine. Oh, no. After every repetition of mantra, pause. That silent aspect is important because it's from the silence that a mantra has emerged. So it's like manifesting, the mantra manifests, and you go back into this unmanifested and come back. So pause for a few seconds before repeating the second mantra. After a while, as this mantra, body of mantra becomes, this were, is enlivened with that particular mantra that you're repeating, it's being absorbed in it. You won't have to put any effort in repeating. It becomes natural, it becomes automatic. First you use the mouth, the tongue, blah, 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 yeah. Please. And then as it gets deeper inside, you will feel it rising from your heart. And as it gets deeper inside, you will feel it rising from your navel. And as you get deeper, you will feel it's all over you. That is the awakening of the individual mantra form, mantra purusha. By the time it comes here, it has taken over. You're not going to have to put an effort. There's no physical. It may appear stalled, but you pay attention and it's on. And now your personality and everything is vibrating along with that. That's a pattern. The sound pattern is an energy pattern or a vibratory pattern. Your activities will be guided by this. So deeper and deeper. And as you feel the whole thing, that is the meaning of life. What is life? Be one with the mantra and let the mantra do everything through that mantra. You're seeing things, watching things, talking, everything you're doing through this. You're eating. So I remember Swami was repeating, we have various Swamis repeating mantras constantly. And so we were newbies, and we have learned some technical stuff and become absorbed, you become quiet, you don't look about it. And we saw one Swami looking about here, there. So we asked his assistant, what is this? Is this the japa you do? Focus. No. He's seeing, but he's not really seeing things. After all these years, we have understood that even, and he used to scold us. And we used to avoid him. But even after, later on we realized his scolding was also a blessing. His looking, walking, talking, everything was a blessing. It was a mantra. So I regret some of those old things I have done. Of course, we all have our regrets. But we know that we also can be like alive in the mantra. The mantra makes you alive. What is life? As we have said, everything is an essence of something else over and over. So your life is nothing but the distilled mantra. And all the activities and everything. So this is how you see everywhere. So at one stage you will see the mantra here within. There was a Swami in Sacramento. He used to feel the whole world vibrating with that mantra. So you will feel that whole universe is but a mantra. This is the great mantra. Not because there's a particular tradition has earmarked some mantras as great. Each mantra is great. When you come to this massive, great dimension. So it may appear individual. Oh, this is individual. No mantra is individual. Because it all belongs to a particular god or a goddess. And that aspect of the divinity expands and expands. And you'll find all the divinities and all the aspects and all are there within that. That is the great, you can say, mantra. The great mantra. All existence has come out from that mantra. And when you are one with that, you become great. You, in the sense, you are not there, of course. It's the mantra. Your real identity is your mantra. The real identity of God is the mantra. So the secret name of God is the mantra. And then, do things remain a secret? No. And this is an open secret. And everything is revealed to us. So, each repetition, nothing is lost. In spiritual life, nothing is lost. Every time you repeat, you're going towards this greatness, that great mantra which is there, vibrating in the. This is what is called a mantra. So we've gone through various aspects of repetition of mantra. This is the very culmination, the heart of mantra. We're supposed to lead us. Will it come to you to you? Yes, it will come to you. Follow whatever has been. And of course, the mantra body does not die. It does not. You don't do it today, another teacher will come it. Do your homework, busy. So it won't die. It will reveal itself over and over and over again, till it bends your will into this. It will make you, because ultimately your senses and all the other things are just, its aspects. It will make you do it. So at times when Sri Ramakrishna used to touch some of the direct disciples, constantly the mantra is repeating itself, and the Swami is thinking, oh my God, what am I? Am I going mad? He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for that. They say, please take this mantra away. All right. And the mantra. And then when he realized, oh my God, what did I do? Then it took a long time for it to be again awakened. So these are actual experiences of, you don't go mad, you actually become sane there. Because you leave behind all the insanity. And then you are in the world of the spirit. Okay. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. A few announcements. Sunday, day after tomorrow, I'll be speaking on Swami Shardananda, apostle of two masters. So his birthday is on the 5th. So I decided to. He also happens to be my higher guru. So my guru was initiated by him. So I thought I'll this is my service to. We have Ramnam at 7 p.m. Mother's children will meet at 9:50 a.m. So, and all the announcements, the school children, Sunday school children of us, they have met all their goals of collecting articles of use, clothes, etc. for children in foster care, and they are so delighted. Okay. We are, as you know, we are going to have a winter recess from the 6th of November. 6th of on Monday, Jan. But pujas, evening pujas, Aarti will continue as usual. Only the talks will be suspended. It will be briefly, we will be briefly reopening on the 26th to celebrate Swami Vivekananda's puja. So keep an eye out for 26th Jan, and then we again reopen at Shivratri, the great Shiva. Okay. So a chat is disabled, so we don't know. Okay. You have any questions here? Or we can take a question out there. I'll say only one thing. You go on practicing. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.